The Big Fight Live is back. Josh Kelly continues his world title pursuit against Lucas Bastida for the WBO International Super Welterweight crown. Don't miss all the action live in The Big Fight Live, Kelly versus Bastida, Saturday at 10 on Channel 5.
It's Ali Drew for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I am joined by Wasserman promoter Nisse Sauerland. Now, we've just had the weigh-in, kicked off a little bit. We've got the show tomorrow night. How good is it to be in Newcastle?
I always have a lot of fun in Newcastle. Great fight fans, a lot of local talent. I think 8 out of 10 of the fighters tomorrow night, or 7 out of 10 of the fighters tomorrow night are home fighters. So we expect a really good crowd, really good atmosphere, and some good fights.
Now, Josh Kelly headlining, we just saw them on the scales there. It got a bit heated between him and Bastida. Was that what you were expecting? Yesterday at the presser, there was a few words as well.
Look, you always get a Latino over, you know, they're always quite fiery characters. Josh is well up for it, which is great to see. As I said yesterday at the press conference, I feel like in the last fight we saw the cobwebs drop off Josh in that fight, and I think he's ready to put on a great show tomorrow. Bastida's not an easy opponent. He's going to come to win, as you can see there. But they're both just really up for it. It's nothing personal. They just want to have a good tear up tomorrow night.
And you see that Josh Kelly will do the business tomorrow night, and then there is talk of this British title fight with Troy Williamson that's been ordered by the board. That's going to be a good fight, and everyone seems that they want it to happen.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we've got to take care of business tomorrow night. But yeah, that's a mouth-watering contest. You know, I think Troy Williamson's got great support up here, and so does Josh. So yeah, British title, my favourite title. It's got all the ingredients to an absolute cracker, and I know Troy will be ringside tomorrow night, and I'm sure he'll be cheering on Josh because he wants that fight as well, and so does Josh. But fully focused on tomorrow night, and then hopefully the British title next.
British title fights always seem to produce the best in the fighters. They always seem to be the sort of fight of the year contenders.
No, I agree. I was just actually discussing it with Dennis from the board, Dennis Gilmartin, and I said, like, you know, when I talk to a young fighter, I'm like, you want the British title. That for me is, you know, everyone talks about domestic. It's not domestic because UK produces such an amount of good talent at the moment that to win a British title is, listen, it's not world title, but it's not too far off. I'd say I'd rather win a British at the moment than a European, you know, and that sounds bizarre. I know we're not in Europe anymore, but the British title always produces the best fights. We had Denzel Bentley against Linus Udofia. What a fight that was. So, you know, it's still got massive prestige to the belt. They've never done an interim British title. Well, actually, you probably correct me in a minute, but not that I know of. You know, they've never sort of tried to do I don't know, like a different variation of the British belt. It's always been pure, and it's always been one title that you know has always had that prestige connected to it.
Another fight on tomorrow night, Harlem Eubank. Great to see him back in action, back in the ring, staying active, and he's exciting to watch and looking for another great performance as we saw last time. Yeah,
I mean, that performance, no one expected that catch and counter left hook.
He hasn't even really watched it himself, he said.
I've watched that a few times. I've practiced that in the gym. We had that boxing bar in the, I was trying that on the boxing bar yesterday, it didn't work. Yeah, look, Harlem's got a lot to give. I think what he was lacking before was action in the ring, and he's getting that now. You know, he's got a win tomorrow night. His opponent knocked out the guy who knocked out Warrington. So, you know, a Mexican's always dangerous. You know, they're born with got boxing gloves on over there. They're you know, that's their number one sport over there. Maybe close to soccer, I don't know, football, soccer. I'm speaking like an American now, but look, it's a tough fight tomorrow, but I could see him fighting some kind of variation of a title by the end of the year, you know, like a regional, or maybe an eliminator for a British, something like that. But we'll keep him active after this fight.
So after tomorrow night, what shows have you got coming up? Are you going to be quite active in the next few months?
Yeah, we're going to be very active. So August 20th, we've got Hrgovic, the final eliminator against Zhang, Rowdy and Saudi. And then August 27th, we've got, we've created, my brother's dealing with this a bit more, but a crossover boxing platform called Misfits Boxing, together with KSI. So we've pretty much sold out the O2 on August 27th. So that will be our first, our inaugural event. And then we'll have a few more of them this year. And then we'll be, I think, quite a lot of stuff. September 10th, we got a fight with European title fight with one of our guys in Germany, and then September 17th we'll have our next Channel 5 date. Location, fighters, TBC after this weekend.
Well, I do have to talk to you before we go about one of your other fighters, Harlem's cousin, so Chris Eubank Jr. It was meant to be announced by now. We got teased 24 to 48 hours. It's been longer than that now, and we still haven't got an answer to the Eubank Jr. Conor Benn fight. What is the latest with that? Are we going to get an answer soon?
Look, it's a big fight. It's a massive fight. It's I said yesterday, Rome wasn't built in a day. Look, it's a fight we're looking at. Of course, we've had very positive discussions. We work very well with Matchroom. We've worked for many years with them. But we've got other options as well. So does Conor. But we want that fight. It's a big fight. But if it happens now or happens later, it's still Eubank Benn, isn't it? So it's a throwback. It's retro. It's got all the ingredients to a massive night. And I think it will involve young fight fans, but also, I might refer to myself as old, but those who remember the Eubank Benn, the original ones, so the 40 pluses, 35 pluses, 30. My maths is failing me now. But those guys who watched it first time round, and it'll actually get eyes probably on those original fights as well. So look, it's got all the ingredients to be a massive fight, but we are obviously considering that at the moment.
So we're just still waiting to see.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy tomorrow night and enjoy being in Newcastle.
Thank you very much.